Hey kids! If you're looking for junior church, you've come to the right place. We're going to have some serious fun today. Let's go! So we are on week 4 of Courageous People, and guys, I'm going to let you into this secret. This is the last courageous person that we're going to look at in our series. There's lots more courageous people in the Bible, but in this series we're going to look at Moses, who is number 4 of our courageous people. And to start off with, we're going to do a memory verse, so click your brains into action and let's try and learn a memory verse. This one is from Exodus 34. Time's up. Can you remember it? We've got some special people in our episode today, as usual. We've got Alistair and Claudia and Daisy are going to tell us a story. Richard is going to tell us a reflection. And we've got Aquilina telling us a prayer that we can all join in with. So let's hear the story first.
Moses looked after the sheep belonging to Jethro, his father-in-law, who was a priest of Midian. One day he led the flock across the desert to the mountain of God called Horeb. As he was looking after the sheep, Moses saw a flame of fire set a bush alight, but the fire did not destroy the bush. The bush kept burning. Moses heard the Lord speak to him out of the flames. God told Moses to take off his sandals because the ground he stood on was holy, so Moses did. Then God said to him, "I am the God your father, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob." Moses was very afraid. God said, "I have seen how my people suffer as slaves in Egypt, and I am going to free them and take them to a land I promised to give them. It flows with milk and honey. You will go to Egypt and tell Pharaoh to let my people go."
But Moses was afraid and thought that the Israelites would not believe him. God told him to say that I am sent him. To prove that they would be delivered, God ordered Moses to throw down the rod in his hand. Immediately, it turned into a serpent. Moses was terrified, but the Lord then told him to pick it up by the tail, and it became a rod once more. But Moses was still afraid, so God gave him another sign. "Put your hand inside your cloak." When Moses did, it became white with leprosy, a terrible skin disease. Then when Moses put his hand back inside his cloak, it became normal again. But still, Moses made excuses. "I am a poor speaker," he insisted. God was angry now, and he told him that Aaron and his brother could speak on his behalf.
Finally, Moses was ready to do what God had said. God told him at that very moment Aaron was travelling to meet him. Moses left the burning bush with the rod in his hand. He would use that to show the signs of God to Aaron and the other Israelites so they would believe. Moses returned to his father-in-law Jethro to say goodbye and then headed for Egypt. Moses took his wife and sons, put them on a donkey and set off, with the rod of God in his hand. Along the way he met his brother Aaron, who was very glad to see him again. Moses told his brother everything that God had said and all the signs he had performed. When Moses and Aaron arrived back in Egypt, they had a meeting with the elders of Israel. Aaron told them everything God had said and at the burning bush. The people believed what they were told. They knew that God had seen their suffering and wanted to help them.
Check out this snake that Millie Lang has made. Wow, she's been busy this week. And look at this milk bottle elephant that the Burrows family have made. Wow, what creativity. If you want to show something that you've made, then send in a picture to my email address, which is on the screen now. Today we're going to be building a fire. Well, not a real one. But maybe you could try this out this week as it's half term. You'll need some rocks, some sticks, and some tissue paper, some lights, and some string.
The first step is to use the sticks. You're going to need to go out and gather some sticks, or maybe you've got some sticks at home or some wood at home that you can use. It helps to make sure that they are all a similar length. And the first step is to tie them together. Now you need to open up the sticks and balance them in such a way that they will stand up on their own. And it helps to use some kind of base, like a tray. So now you've got the basis of your fire. You can add in some extra sticks if you want it to be even more creative. You might want to put some rocks around the edges. Now I've only got little stones, but the bigger the rocks, the better. Now this is the fun part. We get to add flames. To do the flames, I've got some tissue paper. And I'm just going to rip a bit of tissue paper and pop some flames in the spaces that I've made. Now the last thing that I'm going to add to make this fire come alive is some fairy lights. You can get hold of these quite cheaply. They're just like the ones you use at Christmas. So roll up the lights and put the lights inside the sticks.
A model fire. I wonder what your one will look like.
It's song time, and that means you can sing along to the words and make up some actions if you want to.
I might be small, but my God is big. I might be small, but my God is big. I might be small, but my God is big. My God is bigger, so much bigger. God is bigger than anything.
Bigger than a bee, bigger than a tree, bigger than a whale deep down in the sea. Bigger than a bully and anything that's woolly. He is bigger, big, big, bigger.
I might be small, but my God is big. I might be small, but my God is big. I might be small, but my God is big. My God is bigger, so much bigger. God is bigger than anything.
Bigger than a mouse, bigger than a house, bigger than a plane, even bigger than a train. Bigger than my worry and anything that's fluffy. God is bigger, big, big, bigger. I might be small, but my God is big. I might be small, but my God is big. I might be small, but my God is big.
My God is bigger, so much bigger. God is bigger than anything.
Let's reflect on this a bit, shall we? Great story, great story. Do you see in that story how Moses had a hard time trusting God, trusting that God would help him in what was seemingly impossible tasks? And remember how God helped Moses, promised to help Moses along the way. God promises to be with us always too. For us to trust Him when things get hard. We can trust that He will equip us, just as He equipped Moses. Tasks for us, tasks for Him. The word equip, by the way, means to make ready or to prepare. So when we equip ourselves, we're making ourselves ready, prepared to do great things for God. So, can you remember some of the ways that God equipped Moses to do great things?
Dear God, when we are afraid, please help us to put our trust in you instead of ourselves. Help us to know that you have plans to give us hopeful futures and that you make all things work together for good, even if we are not sure of ourselves. Help us to trust you more, day by day. Amen.
Don't forget, it's a special week coming up, and so on Tuesday you can join me on Zoom to hear all about why we make pancakes on Pancake Day. We're going to do some games and some songs on there as well. And then on Wednesday, it's Ash Wednesday, and you can join in with the Facebook Live watch party to do some Ash Wednesday reflections and some Ash Wednesday prayers. So join me this week for those two things. If I don't see you there, then I'll see you next week on Junior Church, where we start looking at the story of Lent and what Lent means for Christians today. Bye guys, see you again next time.